Hey guys, welcome to the GoPro podcast. It's your host Shackman with my good buddy here, Cooklord, aka Cody. Hey, what's up? How's it going? And today we got a nice special guest, our good old buddy Tied to all our aprons, or just my apron. I don't know.
Am I a communist now?
Wait, is that the actual intro?
Yes, Cody. This will be the actual intro because go fuck yourself.
That was out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was out of nowhere. Okay,
that was abrupt.
It's gonna work, so keep going with it.
It's gonna work. Keep going.
Okay. Okay.
Tied to our apron.
No, it's tied to all of our aprons.
Well,
You're stuck to us like glue.
yeah.
Do you remember that SpongeBob episode where instead of wringing himself out, he like?
I like how
glue?
we just. Last time I was on this thing, we didn't immediately go into non sequiturs. Here, it's like straight out. You didn't even try to explain who I am.
It's important that they understand our SpongeBob jokes.
Okay,
What do you mean,
Don't you know when Spongebag was wringing himself out, and then somehow he got like glued to the roller, and he spent the whole day in the roller
because Patrick freaking raped him.
It was because he dumped glue in there, and then when he started to cry, it freaking broke up or whatever.
That's like a season 5 episode.
Yeah, that was one of the bad seasons. No thanks.
What?
Every season after season 4 is a bad season.
That episode was terrible.
What?
That was a bad
You thought
episode.
it was terrible?
That shit was sad. That shit was bad. Not even a good sad.
I enjoyed the plot.
What episode had Gary come home in it?
That was one of the good episodes. That was like
Wasn't that like
obviously.
when Gary went to the grandma's house and was eating cookies?
But then he found out she was trying to cook him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he fucking like booked
Because he went to the snail park, dog park, because you don't get dogs underwater.
Wow.
Hey, can I say who I am?
No, you don't matter. SpongeBob matters.
Okay, fine. My name is TiedtoyourApron. I have a podcast called the Vicar and an Apron Podcast, and I talk about movies.
Yeah, he talks about movies. His name, what was it? What is the title of your podcast?
The Vicar in an Apron Podcast.
Is your brother the vicar?
Yes.
And
we're both
your apron.
Yeah, we're both named. Both our names are references to Smith songs. His is the title of a song called "The Vicar in a Tutu," and mine is sort of a paraphrase line from a song called "The Queen is Dead." Both on the same album. The line from that song is "When you're tied to your mother's apron, no one talks about castration," and I always thought that was a funny line, so I fashioned my brand out of it.
Because you love castration?
I do. I don't think people deserve penises.
Same.
Wait, I thought it was they cut off their balls.
Well, I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's the balls, not.
it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. If you don't have a penis, you can't pee. If you don't have balls, you just can't.
You also
impregnate
can't
someone.
pee because pee is stored in the balls.
True.
Cody feel biology, so he doesn't notice.
Because my pee is stored in my eyeballs. I pee out my nose too.
Okay.
I sweat pee.
So stop assuming things.
What were we talking about?
We're just we're introducing ourselves.
Talking about how in your podcast you will eventually review the SpongeBob movie.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know what genius made that film.
We all know
other.
We all know that was Kubrick's favorite film.
Kubrick's first film.
Yep.
Yes, Kubrick's first film released 5 years after he died.
Okay, we're gonna continue again.
Continue on a non sequitur. Man, guys.
Yeah, how do you continue that which was never...
Oh, now this is a good segue into the film that we are reviewing today.
Is it now?
Ooh.
How old is Akira,
it's
guys?
30. It's 30.
Much older than...
Yeah, it's a 30-year anniversary, right?
Yep.
It's 25th anniversary.
No,
I'm good with
radio.
Oh, well, that's what I bought anyway.
Cody, you bought that how long ago?
I bought
good
it like, what, 4 months ago?
Well, it's not the 25th anniversary. I know that much since it came out in '88. Do some quick math.
I'm good with dates. If you tell me a movie I've heard of, I can probably tell you when it came out.
Low Job by Andy Warsaw.
We eventually found the human stain.
Huh?
We eventually found the human stain.
Yeah, I thought it was older than you were making it out to be, so I went back to like his earlier films.
Well, I mean, I said he was old. He looks old.
Yeah. Well, I asked that before I asked that after I was already in like his earlier films.
Okay. So, guys, we are reviewing Akira. Akira. Currently, we have all three of us have seen Akira. I have the Blu-ray version.
Wait. Did I not make it clear that I haven't seen this film?
Oh shoot!
Oof.
No, I'm kidding.
I know.
I've only watched the trailers like 50 times. That's it.
What?
I mean, that's all you need.
That's all the plot I need. Oh yes, the music is.
No, it's not.
What?
Trailers are dog shit. I hate the idea of a trailer. I think you just need to know that a movie exists. You know? But, if you can't get a good creative team to work on your fucking trailer, then why should I think that you put any more effort into the movie? You know?
Basically.
That's how I feel about it.
Akira confirmed terrible. There it is, guys. See you later.
Well,
I mean, I've never seen
it. Did get an
so.
8.1 out of 10.
Yeah, that's like not that's not impressive for IMDb though, because normies use IMDb and they inflate the fucking. If you want like an accurate fucking rating for a film, you got to check Letterboxd, bro. And I'll tell you what it's Letterboxd as.
Letterboxd.
Man, like, honestly, rating movies are so subjective. They shouldn't even be rated.
You want to throw down?
I mean, considering my man's entire career is based off rating movies, well, criticizing them.
We got
The man's been roasted.
Who? The movie? Akira kinda has clearly been roasted.
Yeah, let's actually start talking about this movie.
Can we start with the art style?
No, let's start. No. Let's
start.
With,
I don't want to start with plot.
Should we just
talk
like
No. I want you to start by telling. I want us to start by going around and saying how we each feel about this movie, maybe like how we heard about it, or something like that. Because I think that's a good. That's a good way to see where we're coming from.
Okay, I agree.
So, Cody,
I'll start first.
I think Cody, you saw it before any of us. So.
Yes, I was the first one to see it. Well, basically, I bought this film in Best Buy, but that's not where I learned about it.
Normie!
What? No. I was looking in Best Buy for a good movie to buy, and I think I had $30 in my wallet, and this Blu-ray cost a good bit. It cost like $25.
If you have Prime, you can find good movies on Blu-ray for like under $10.
Prime. Yes, I have Prime, but huh?
If you have Amazon Prime,
I was at like some car show at Best Buy. It doesn't matter. I bought the film and I knew it wasn't worth $25, but I knew it was a good film. I was as an average weeaboo that I am, I've heard about this thing and I watched the first 10 minutes of it. One time, illegally, I didn't buy the film, and then I realized I should probably wait another day when I'm like clear-minded and can actually understand what the concepts that they're portraying to me or whatever. So I waited till like another 2 years. I bought it at Best Buy, and I watched it with my parents.
Best watching situation.
So, Christian, how did you
I think you have
come
to
about
yourself,
watching?
Cody, because he said didn't hear anything. I don't know. Give me a summarization.
Jacob, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You were cutting out a little bit, but
What did you hear?
I heard you say illegally.
Cody illegally central.
When I'm an average Rigaboo, and I illegally watched 10 minutes of it. Then I went out and bought, and then 2 years later, I went out and bought it at Best Buy. And my reason was I didn't watch it at that time because I wasn't clear-minded enough to understand the in-depth concepts of the film.
In the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's so confusing in the first 10 minutes. There's so much symbolism.
I don't know about that.
There's did you see all the symbolism in the first 10 minutes? They walk into
the first time I watch a movie, I'm not really looking for that right out of the gate. I'm looking for basic presentation,
Okay. Sometimes I don't really enjoy movies. This is one of them that I couldn't really enjoy.
Oh yeah,
I was too focused because I knew I might not watch this again, and I was gonna give it to friends and stuff as I did. So I was really focusing on everything there was at once.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that.
I didn't enjoy watching it, but I did enjoy the film. If that makes any sense.
Okay, so Christian.
All right. How did I hear about this movie first? Well, the first way I ever heard about it is, if you like looking enough videos on YouTube enough, you see little bits of everything in life. And of course, occasionally you see clips of Akira, different scenes. And I thought well, that looks cool, I guess. I don't really care about it since I don't like anime at all. But then, I'd say about maybe a year before this current place in time, my uncle was like, "Yo, have you seen Akira? And whatever." I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Well, you should." I'm like, "Good idea." Anyways.
And that's where I had recently bought it and watched it, and then he asked for it.
No, because I've been more this, Cody. Anyways. Yeah, then you mentioned you had Akira, whatever. And I was like, "Whoa, that's cool. Maybe I want it, maybe I don't, who cares?" And then freaking Ready Player One came out, right? And that was a good movie, right? Yeah, the bike. My uncle, I went to watch the movie with my uncle, and they went and saved over the bike. And they kind of piqued my interest. Because he was like, "Yo, you need to watch that shit, bro, so you can get the totally amazing reference, which is literally just the bike." I'm like, "Fine." I know one guy.
Yeah, the bike is... Okay, I'm not going to spoil it.
Ready Player One is so trash.
Honestly, though, it was alright. It's better than the book, honestly. But anyways. I'm
reading the book.
That's when I went to Cody. I'm like, "Yo, dog, give me that film. I'm finna whack you." He's like, "Okay, fam." And here we go.
Oh, actually, I was the one who handed it over to you.
Oof.
Okay, well, Jacob, what was your experience?
All right. Well, as you guys may know, I know you two know, but as listeners may know, I am a cinephile. I do spend a lot of my time researching and looking up things about movies, and on IMDb gives you recommendations based off the ratings you give films and what's already in your watch list and what you may be interested in. And of course, I had watched a few, Studio Ghibli films, and the one that I rated, the highest is the most violent, Princess Mononoke. And so, in my recommendation...
Wait, did we watch that in English, Christian?
Princess Mononoke?
That was Princess Kaguya? Princess Kaguya?
Kaguya. Yeah, the Moon Princess.
I don't think that the teachers will be allowed to show you Princess Mononoke.
I teach her
it was quite violent. She got sent.
So I got that recommendation. And that was the first time that I ever, actually went to the page, because before that, I had seen the movie when I was searching for a gentleman on IMDb by the name of Akira Kurosawa, who is the greatest director of all time, period. And so whenever I looked up Akira, I always assumed it would be the first result. But instead I get this fucking dumb anime movie, and Akira Kurosawa is right below him. So I'm thinking, how dare IMDb put this fucking movie above this legend, this god? And so I never clicked on it out of spite, but when it actually got recommended to me, and so obviously I like to watch historically significant films, and try
Like
to
Prayer for the Nation.
find why people like them, and obviously this is the anime that kind of broke anime in the U.S. And so I'm like, well, I gotta check it out, and so I slept on it for a while, and then I was like, I'll order it on Netflix. I'll put it in my queue, and eventually got here, and I watched it, and I thought it was damn fine.
Ooh. You thought it was? I thought you had mixed opinions, but okay.
What?
Mixed opinions about this movie. I thought you had mixed opinions.
I think,
What you said? Okay. Well, who's talking now?
I mean, I feel like all of us have mixed opinions on it, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, that I guess you're true. True. You said historical significance. This movie was made in 1988.
Yes, this is.
I definitely agree. It did something to the American, it did something. It affected like what? How many people? How many people could we legitimately say it affected?
Well, I can look up what it grossed in America on Wikipedia.
500,000.
$500,000.
Yep.
That's like for 1988 for a dumb movie with subtitles. Americans are kind of stupid, so that's kind of like impressive.
It had dubbed.
Yeah, probably dubbed.
It was dubbed, and
probably
I watched.
Don't tell me that you guys.
I didn't watch the dub.
Me neither.
Okay,
No,
good.
no.
I knew there. Wait. I was with my parents, so I might have.
Ugh.
Blasphemy.
I refuse to watch a movie with dubbing, and I think the criticism that subtitles. I think the criticism that subtitles distract from the visuals of film is so fucking retarded, and I think you got to be like next level retarded to think that about a movie.
Or you're just
I
tired.
would agree. It's true. Subtitles. If you don't know how to read, subtitles affect you. But if you know how to read, you should be fine.
I wish I knew how to read.
Well, guys, I think it's good that I was one who watched the dub, so we can have mixed opinions.
Like the opinion you're fucking retarded. Are we agreed, Jacob?
That's not an opinion. It's just a fact.
You watched the dumbass dubs.
No, the dub was
I don't
actually significantly good.
I think
it was variably at times good, at other times bad, but overall it seemed like pretty good English.
Unless you're like Studio Ghibli who gets like Disney voice actors, I thought it was gonna be good.
I hate that.
Really? They do that?
I hate that Disney owns Studio fucking Ghibli.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why they always get those their animes in theaters?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's really hard to get an anime in a theater.
I hate everything that Disney does to movies, but that's a whole nother thing that we won't get into. This is not a Studio Ghibli film.
Yeah, it's not.
Do you hate Up? Do you hate the movie Up?
I mean, I don't like Pixar very much in general. I think they're kind of... I think for every great movie they have an equally as terrible one. Like, for every Toy Story 2, there's a WALL-E. So, I haven't seen Up since it came out.
For every Toy Story 2, you also have Toy Story 3. I hated Toy Story 3. Toy
Story 3 is the worst thing Pixar is. Toy Story 3 is worse than Cars 2. Yes, it is. It is.
As a Cars. As who's watched Cars 2 like 4 times. I don't get this.
Cars 2 is bad.
It is bad.
Cars 2 is bad, but Toy Story 3 is offensive.
No.
Toy Story 3 is Toy Story 2, but with more plot holes and more. It's just it's such bullshit.
Toy Story 3 is just bad. It's I regret watching it very much.
I don't regret watching it because when I was 10, I liked it.
Yeah, same.
But
okay,
as someone who cares about movies, I just hate what Pixar represents. I love that they started 3D animation and that they made it a viable thing, and that they did so much for the art form. But I think at this point, they're no better than DreamWorks or any other terrible fucking animation studio.
Illusion Entertainment. What do you call it?
Oh,
Illumination?
yeah. Well, they are better than Illumination. Everything's better than Illumination.
Didn't Lionsgate make some? They're just like a film thing or whatever. But they make didn't they make like Nut Job or something? They made Over the Hedge.
Over the Hedge.
Oh, I love Over the Hedge.
Yes.
Over the Hedge. I
haven't seen Over the Hedge since I was like 8, but I had such nostalgia for it.
Same here. I wish I had,
I'm sure I would hate it if I watched it now, but
I watched it on my car's TV.
Here. But it felt so good watching. Guys, I want to talk about the beginning of Akira.
Should we get like a synopsis, or should we just like go through an order of the entire movie?
No, I don't think plot synopses are necessary when criticizing film.
Okay, so should we put like a spoiler warning on this podcast for a 30-year-old film?
I mean, I think we should keep this spoil free.
Why? I mean, is there really... Okay, first of all, I don't even think that spoiling a film is that big a deal.
Same here.
Because there have been studies done that show that... there was one study where they took two groups of people, and they told one group of people the twist to a book that they were about to... or a story that they were about to read. And they didn't tell the other. And they showed that the group that knew the twist was coming, they enjoyed the book more because they were able to pick up on things. And I really don't think that knowing a spoiler affects your perception of the film at all. And even with Akira doesn't really have a huge plot twist or anything, so there's not,
I mean,
it does.
I mean,
the
difference between like the first half of it and the second half of it is huge.
Yeah, everything changes. Okay, the beginning, the baby kids with the ugly faces.
You got the Bunzo gang.
Bonzo gang with the grenade bombs. So,
Bunzo is an actual term.
What is his name? Bonzo?
Bonzo is Japanese for like biker gang, I think. That's what they're called.
Okay,
so they're the biker gang.
Well, that's their official term, Bunzo, but like their real name is like the Capsules, right?
Oh, is that why they wear pills?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Pills on their back. But then capsules are just drugs.
Silly.
No, they're like a biker gang against taking capsules.
Well, what? No.
Okay,
It's very subtle.
No.
But like,
okay,
Connie does end up taking them. And then he kills the bartender.
You just skipped like 3/4 of the film.
No, but I'm explaining that just because their name is capsules and they have pills on their back, they're actually against taking the pills. It's weird.
You just said no. It's because it's too expensive. Isn't that why? Because they're like too strong or too expensive, something like that. I'm like,
why is?
Either way,
they're like a straight edge gang.
I mean, they're just poor. That's just it. Or like they're just kids, so they don't take pills. I don't know.
Yeah,
I take pills. I take antidepressants.
Oh yes, you're hard.
They're not. These aren't your average pick-me-ups. These are like hardcore drugs. Then Tetsuo.
Canada,
Tetsuo.
No, Tetsuo takes them, and then he kills the bar guy.
Wait, yeah.
That's what I skipped to.
The
only reason he took the pills is because he was like his head was like about to blow up or something.
Was it? Oh yeah, because he had like a migraine or some shit.
Yeah,
almost murdered his ass.
Yeah, I don't remember what you guys are talking about.
I mean,
you don't remember?
We kind of did skip a bit.
So Tetsuo was fighting little kids.
Is Tetsuo the one that like
he has the mind powers?
He is. Okay. He is 11 from Stranger Things.
Christian, did you spoil that?
What? No, that's like one of the main plot points.
Christian, I've never seen.
Well, Jacob has. Well, he's seen the first season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically,
It's fun.
He's in the playground with the kids fighting them. Then the army gets there along with Canada.
Okay, I just explained the plot now because I think you're doing it very badly.
No,
I'm
explaining that part so he recognizes what we're talking about. Then they like fly out of. He like flies through the wall and then goes back to the bar.
I hope that people don't think I'm being racist by calling Canada.
No one
And
cares.
Justin Trudeau will be very pissed at you.
Justin Trudeau. I love him.
I thought you were
I
gonna
love
say
Justin
Justin
Trudeau.
Bieber because isn't he?
Yeah, him too.
Isn't
Him
Justin?
too.
Okay.
I usually go out of my way to pronounce Japanese names as accurately as possible, but with this, I think
Yeah,
it's a dumb anime.
Akira, Akira.
Akira. I don't know.
Akira Kurosawa.
Well, basically, that happens. So they're against pills. But
That's the entire-
I don't think that this is something that's relevant to the movie.
No.
You know what
Cody.
really isn't relevant to the movie?
Bike.
The bike.
A fucking bike. Like,
Yeah, I didn't even think the bike was that cool in the movie.
I think it's because it's the manga's like extremely
I think it's just because the
long.
maybe. Well, yeah, maybe
The
it does have
manga's
something to
long.
do with the manga, but
honestly.
Manga.
yeah, that's how it's pronounced.
Manga.
Yeah, it's pronounced manga.
Like, I mean,
Maybe.
you want to know how much of a big separation there is between the movie and the manga? Apparently, in the manga, what?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Apparently, in the manga, it ends with like Akira himself becoming Lord of Japan. That's how it ends.
What?
Apparently. He becomes like the Lord of he creates like the new Tokyo Empire. What it's called. Apparently
How?
You read the manga.
Wait, wouldn't it be called like Neo New Tech
Neo Japan.
Neo New Tokyo Empire?
Neo
Wait,
Neo.
he did say he was gonna create an empire
Hmm.
in the movie. So I mean, there's a little bit of bridge.
They say,
There's a little bridge.
it's who cares? Nobody reads anymore.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't.
we're
Yeah.
looking at pictures, but whatever.
Yeah, pictures of something on it.
You know, everybody who checks out a freaking manga from the library, they don't know how to read.
mean-
That's why they're reading mangas.
You mean mangoes?
Mangas.
I ate mangoes. That's why I shut up.
Honestly, people who whoever gets offended, I could care less. I don't like people who read mangas.
Damn.
It's just straight.
I
It's
feel like
straight hard fact.
I don't see how reading a manga is any different from reading like a normal Western comic book.
I mean, honestly, oh yeah.
I don't like people
I
who
don't
read
read.
comic books either. I'm not prejudiced.
I think reading is like it's valuable, but I think it's people overrate it. You know, reading to me is just
I just don't like. I don't like them showing me the pictures.
You know, I'll show you the fic plot.
It's just
Yeah.
it's just my preference.
yeah.
And
Well,
I'm very
considering
strong
that
about it.
I am a movie person, I think it's kind of obvious that I like seeing visuals and judging them. But
I think it's definitely different with a movie.
Eh.
I'm fine with cartoons and anime, but definitely not mangas. Mangas.
I don't
Okay,
know.
I thought
I
we were
think-
going to talk about the beginning.
Oh, all right then. All right.
I don't remember what happens in this film sequentially. That's not really how I judge a film.
Well, if
You know?
if we talk about it, you'll remember it, I guess.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, if we talk about the very, very beginning, it basically sets the
We
entire
need
tone
to
of the movie.
distinguish where, like, why he gets the bug in his head or whatever. It's not a bug. I'm saying like a bug. It's like Akira, like God touches his head or something.
No, he gets a power. You don't know how he gets the powers?
No, I never really understood it.
He gets the powers because the government gave him the powers.
Are you talking about Tetsuo?
Oh yeah, wait, don't they?
Tetsuo, yeah,
Tetsuo,
Tetsuo.
yeah, they. Oh yeah, don't they like do some operation on him?
Hey, they do some spooky shit on him. He turns a big boy.
Yeah, and then like I think the imagery in this movie is way intense.
It is. It's extreme.
Oh, it's a gorgeous film. That's what.
Very.
That's like That's the biggest upside of the film for me. I think it's a absolutely gorgeously stylized film. I think this was actually directed by the writer of the manga.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Katsushiro Otomo. I think that's wonderful because it gives, and on top of that, it's based off an anime as well, or it's a
Manga.
It was a manga, then it was a TV show, and then
it was a TV show?
No, it was not. It was not a TV show.
Okay,
Yes, it was.
good.
But
It was. He had an anime show.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was a short. Hold on.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think it's called shorts, and like he made
it's a 15-minute thing called Neo Tokyo.
Yeah, I read about that.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway,
I was like,
that happened. They made this movie, and I really respect that. That like feeds into my fetish for directors. Like,
well, I do appreciate it. I think he did his best.
Oh, I think he did
incorporate like as much lore of this world or whatever. I mean, lore is more used in video games, but just like knowledge of background information is what.
Okay, well, I'm not talking about the writing right now. I'm talking about the direction of it. And I think the way that he visualized the world and he translated it into film. It's harder to judge animation from a direction standpoint because it's a very different thing from directing a film. But I think he did a great job. The animators, at least, did a fantastic job.
And you have to remember, this is back when you had to, like, handmade that shit. You didn't have computer.
They still handmake it, Christian. They still handmake it. They just draw it on a computer, Christian.
But still,
that doesn't count.
Well,
that doesn't count.
That's still like.
Oh my god! It's still the same.
That still makes it easier.
Okay, you know, he draws some of the pictures. He's one of the animators, and then you got the tweeners. That's what we learned in digital media. The people, they draw the mainframe, so he's pretty much directing. He draws like what camera angles, and then the tweeners, they draw the frames in between those scenes. So that's how he directs. So imagine a director who's just drawing it in his head, one scene at a time. So, does that make any sense? It makes it easier to understand how he's directing it.
Okay.
I suppose.
Christian, did you know this information at all?
No, Cody.
Oh, I just turned on my...
Yeah, I don't really care as much about animation as I do actual film. But I do appreciate it as an art form. It's just not something that I care to invest myself in the process of or anything as much as I do.
No, I mean, I didn't purposely go out and learn this stuff. I was forced to learn it.
Unless it's like stop motion. I think stop motion is like next level. Like
oh my gosh, I love stop motion films.
Yeah.
But I've never seen Rudolph.
You don't need to see. Those are terribly animated.
Rudolph is basically the Akira of Christmas movies, so.
It's a Wonderful Life is the Akira of Christmas movies.
Now, you guys think Madagascar is good?
No, not at all.
The TV show was.
You don't?
What, the Penguins of Madagascar?
That shit was lit! Goddamn.
I gotta say, it pretty was. It was. It was.
If you
lit.
say so.
It was. Have you not seen it?
I used to watch a TV show, but like...
He used to watch a TV show, one of those.
One of them. It doesn't matter which one. So what are we gonna start judging this movie off of?
Well, I was trying to. Oh, what are we going to judge it off of?
Yeah, the multiple criterias.
Oh, well, I don't really think about that. I think about... When me and Sam talk about movies on our podcast, we don't really focus so much on trying to address certain points. We think about what in the film stood out to us, and sort of address some very basic, what is that noise?
It's
Cody,
raining.
what are you doing?
Oh, I have a water bottle.
Are you vaping?
Oh.
Oops.
Okay. Well, anyway,
It's like it's raining.
So yeah. So like for this movie, what stood out to me as being particularly good was, of course, the animation. I thought for animation, I think it was extremely innovative. Like, I've never seen a movie. I believe that I read in the trivia page that they like created as in like came up, like had to mix colors to come up with 220 new colors for this movie. Because here, hold on, I'm gonna find it. Yes, because a lot of this movie is set at night, and when you're doing that, like here, hold on. Okay, the movie consists of 2,212 shots and 160,000 single pictures, 2 to 3 times more than usual, using 327 different colors, another record in animation film, 50 of which were exclusively created for the film. The reason for this statistic is that most of the movie takes place at night, a setting that is traditionally avoided by animators because of the increased color requirements. So I thought that the way that this film was so vibrantly colored was extremely impressive. Also, I thought the animation was great. The performances, the voice actors did a great job. The Japanese ones, I refuse to watch the dub, as we said.
The dub was good, man.
I don't care. I think to dub a film is to disrespect it. But
though, like, just American voices with like those large foreheads, it's
not even that. It's just like, I think when you watch a foreign film, you should watch it as the director intended it to be watched. And if the director supervised the dub, then that's fine. But I feel like that doesn't happen. And I just think America are such fucking assholes. But anyway.
True.
To me, this movie is about, it's not a very deep movie, I think. I think most of the themes are pretty not surface level per se, but they're not particularly unique or anything. I just think the way they went about exploring them was interesting, obviously.
Okay, yeah,
I think it's just a film about
agree with that.
Idol worship.
Yeah. And, idol worship and like
power, letting power run to your head and all that. Ego a little bit.
I mean, yeah, they're both. I mean, that's pretty much anime. They put everything on the surface because I think the people who watch anime aren't very bright.
Wow. Okay. I wouldn't say that.
That includes myself. A film is much more of a deep subject compared to anime. Like facial expressions are very not vague. If that explains anything.
I see what you're saying, but I mean, I think that's just. I think that's I think there are animes that obviously go way more in depth. Like Princess Mononoke is my favorite anime of all time, and I think a lot of the reason for that is it's a very cryptic movie, sort of, and it's sort of like Spirited Away in how sort of out there it is, but it's a lot, for me personally, it's a lot more enjoyable because it's way more grounded. I think the animation is more likable, and also I just love how violent it is, because like, especially for a Miyazaki film, it's just
Did you enjoy like the violence in Akira?
Yeah, except it didn't really stand. The reason I think
violence didn't really stand out in this movie. It all seemed about like the struggle. They're all in struggle,
right? And also like violence is kind of at the very beginning of this movie. Violence is something that's like kind of inherent within it.
Because like the first, minute somebody dies.
You're talking about the violence?
Yeah, we're talking about the violence.
And I think like I like it much more in Princess Mononoke because, first of all, it takes a little bit for us to actually see something like seriously bloody and gross to happen, and also you're just not expecting it from a fucking Ghibli Miyazaki film, and it's like, and also, I think it's more effective.
Violence.
Do you guys remember the scene where?
Wait a minute! You guys said your favorite parts of the movie. Why can't I say mine?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, mine personally was.
No, wait, I didn't say my favorite part.
You said your favorite shots.
Yeah, you said your favorite shots were that. You say like, I guess.
Oh, my favorite like scene.
Your favorite aspect.
That's my favorite. Like the skyline was my favorite like picture. My favorite scene. I know what my favorite scene is.
Well, how about your favorite
It's at
aspect?
the end
Go
of
ahead.
the movie.
All right, well, go ahead.
Oh, wait, me?
Either one.
Yeah, you go, sure.
Okay, Christian. I've been thinking this out this whole time. It's my favorite shot. It's when Tetsuo really transforms into a monster god thing, and Kaneda has his ray gun, puny ray gun that somehow. I think, okay, like the commander, you know who he is,
The colonel, yeah.
like the badass guy, the really badass guy. He just like walks up to Tetsuo, and then shoots his girlfriend or something. Or no, his girlfriend
he doesn't.
starts the reaction or whatever. Is this right?
Oh, the colonel. Okay, it takes him in the stadium, right? Tetsu's sitting down. His girlfriend is there trying to comfort him, but the colonel walks up and he's like, "You need to go to the hospital." He's like, "No." And then he starts. That's when he starts like transforming.
Why are you making the colonel sound like Gollum?
You need to go to the hospital.
Well, because he's a little bitch, right? Okay, well,
No, he's like the
Colonel's
freaking
not
most.
a little bitch.
compared
Dude,
to Tetsu.
he's the most bad. No, Tetsu.
Everyone's a
Dude,
little bitch
oh my
compared to
God.
Tetsuo.
That's kind of the point, isn't it?
Wait, what do you mean? I hate. Honestly, I don't. Tetsuo, I least like him.
Yeah, I can see that. Honestly, he didn't.
I don't really care
I think-
about any of the
I
characters.
think his struggles aren't really struggles, and I think he's just overreacting.
To be fair to
Honestly,
I don't agree with that at all.
I know, like, he's been, like, he has, like, migraines, and he says illusions.
I
but,
think they're
like,
worse than migraines.
People were trying to help him, like,
Okay,
without killing
here's-
him,
I think
and then
that-
he just refuses everything.
I know, but here's the thing. I think that is supposed to show that his character is a metaphor for delusion and insanity. He clearly has delusions of grandeur, and you may not be. When that happens, you're very tortured. You can't. I'm trying to figure out how to word this properly because
the power got to his head. And,
like I think he literally went insane. I think that's what they're trying to say. I don't think they're trying to say that he's like, a some tortured
Soul.
I think they're trying to say that, hey, this
He
guy
went
has
insane.
let this shit go to his head too much.
Yeah, like he was already violent before he even got captured. So
Yeah, he was
Right.
trying to drive that two-wheel drive
And
motorcycle.
I think that's
And
a
he fucking
totally
decapitated
legitimate
the dude.
complaint.
Oh
think
yeah,
that's a total-
he didn't decapitate him. He blew his head up with like a stick.
Close enough.
It's crazy.
Like yeah, like even like they foreshadowed his want for power because of the motorcycle, right? He was like, "Whoa, I need this."
Oh yeah, that definitely did happen. He was like, man, I could drive this any day, but he really couldn't because he couldn't drive his own bike.
Damn, we found foreshadowing, guys. Shit.
And then the whole prison scene. Do you guys remember that?
Will they break into the prison?
Okay,
Oh.
I really went off
prison?
topic. Yeah,
Oh,
they were like
the hospital.
They weren't. No, they were in a
Oh,
prison.
okay.
No. The woman. She was in a prison.
Hmm?
It was like
I remember.
Oh.
I remember
And she
Kaneda and his girlfriend being in that cell.
Yeah,
like the girl he liked.
Yeah, I didn't like that girl. Or
What? I don't like
I didn't-
any of the characters
I didn't.
as characters.
I didn't really enjoy the connection between the grandma baby thing and his girlfriend or whatever.
Grandma baby.
To me, this movie isn't about the characters, though. I think this is a movie about, the over.
Exploring ideas of like death and things.
I don't think they're boring.
Exploring,
They're
not
boring on
boring.
the
No, not
surface.
boring. Exploring.
Oh,
I mean,
Not boring. I don't think this movie's boring at all.
yeah, neither do I.
if,
I think it's crazy.
I
man.
think this conversation is proving that nobody really knows what Aki's about. Everybody,
We
Yeah.
haven't even gotten to that. I think Renegade Cut gives a pretty good explanation of what it's about.
I asked my uncle, yo, what's Akira about? And he's like, I thought it was about cults. And I'm like, well,
it's just about gods, like the perception of gods by humanity. I don't think it's a deep film
I think it's just like,
perception.
well, okay, we learned that it's post-war, so I think it's like effects of like something on the human mind,
the effects
and,
of
like,
stress upon society. I mean, like the Colonel says,
and
throughout
like it's more like the need for like a deity or a god or something like that.
I mean, the Colonel like says throughout the movie, like, this city's going to hell. Nobody here believes in anything but sex and drugs. I'm gonna clean that up. So that's definitely a part of like the whole plot line. The story.
I think
the city's fucked up.
the city has lost something.
Yeah, I think you guys are like confusing
after
the point of the film with like what they did to keep it fresh, because I don't think that they put all that stuff about like the city in there to be pretentious and add more depth than it has.
Well, I feel like it adds on.
I think they did it for presentation purposes of, making the film seem more distinct and, visually interesting, and they added like sort of sub themes that they explored as much as they need to. I think this movie.
Yeah, there's so many sub themes.
It all does kind of help through like their main theme, everything with the city to the whole. Helps through it.
Yeah, I just don't think it's as important as you're making it.
I mean, yeah. I just like.
I remember something me and you said, Christian. It was that science fucks everything up.
Yeah, that was another one of the points.
That was a very big point, and it made so much sense because they literally chopped up Akira and then put him into like a freaking jars.
I agree that is a theme of the film, but it's
and like
not one that I agree with.
Science destroyed the city as it got nuked.
Twice.
They got nuked like too many times.
No.
The city wants to be nuked.
It did not get nuked. That explosion at the beginning happened because Akira fucking did his shit that he does at the end.
Oh yeah, but was it
and sure, that might have been caused because of science, but it's not a nuke. That was.
They said,
I don't think that people should be hindering the advancement of scientific study or experimentation.
Well, it wasn't. It was like supernatural science. It was.
Yeah. Well, that's a subject that very much needs to be explored, and if it exists, which I don't think.
They said it started World War III at the beginning, so.
Yeah, it started World War.
Whatever.
And like Akira did all these. Akira was a good person, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was smart when he was younger. Like that's why he got the.
I thought he was like. Wasn't he only like 10?
Yeah, he was really young.
Yeah, he was young.
Yeah, he was just a kid.
But he was a god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was Kaneda a god?
Kaneda was just an asshole.
He was like at most like maybe 10 years old.
He was Little Pump. Is that what you're saying?
Kaneda and Tetsuo were like 16 tops.
Like at most 10 years. Like they were young.
Oh, and and then like Tetsuo was in that hospital because he had no parents, and in that hospital he was experimented on, and that's where he got the abilities.
I thought
we established that.
No.
Christian said the government did it.
But the government did it.
Yeah, I guess it was the government, but like Tetsuo was in the like orphanage. He was in an orphanage.
But that just establishes how him and Canada met.
No. There was a as they say. There's a lot of subplots, Christian. He meets a Kaneda. That doesn't matter. But he walks into a room where this girl is being tested on. You guys remember that?
Do I?
I don't remember. I don't remember very many of the plot points for this film because that's not really what I'm there for when I see a movie. I watch a film for technical things, for presentation. The story doesn't interest me so much. I'm not a writing person.
Well, I'm more of a plot person. I like knowing the plot. Well, Christian,
I mean,
just
yeah,
wanna
I'm
make-
not saying... Okay, what I mean by that is a lot of people, when they talk about film, or like they try to figure out what the point of film is, they'll say that the core of a movie is the characters and the story. And I don't agree with that. I think I think those things are just the core of entertaining media in general. I think the core of a film is performances, 50% performances, and 50% some technical aspect. And writing is like a part of the story and character stuff. And so when I watch a film, I feel like if your film focuses more on writing things, then it should just be like a play or a book, you know? And so when I watch a movie, I want to see something that makes it cinematic, you know? And so that's what I'm looking for in a movie, and I'm not thinking as much about story things, although they are important.
So, do you think Akira should be well, it already is a book.
I think it works wonderfully as a movie. I'm just saying that I'm explaining why I don't care as much about the plot things as you guys do, and why I don't really care about them as much.
I understand.
We just like thinking about what maybe the original guys thought they were making. No?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that's not what I'm here for.
Considering it took them how many years to finish this manga and how many years to make this movie, I think they put a lot of thought into it.
I'm not trying to discount their efforts. I'm explaining what I'm here for. Because, like, you know, I appreciate what they're doing. I'm just, you know, I'm gonna view a movie the way I want to view it, and I think they did a wonderful job making it a movie. I'm not criticizing it as a film. I think they did an excellent job adapting it. I'm just saying, like, I'm not here to criticize the manga. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about it as a movie. You know, you guys are talking about this stuff.
Yeah, I think the plot is sometimes just too deep for me and anyone to understand.
I think it's kind of fake deep.
Or just confusing, honestly.
So I think you're confusing yourselves. I think you're thinking too much about it.
It is true.
I mean, no, I went from like a spectrum of, oh yeah, this is like, these are simple concepts to understand, but like there's so many other things that you try and understand with it that also could affect what the plot could be. But Christian,
yeah,
you said you had a favorite thing, a favorite scene.
Well,
oh yeah, did you ever say that?
Okay, my favorite part. So, well, you know, it's beautiful, it's great, it's confusing. I think my favorite part of it is how just violent and dark it got. Honestly,
yeah.
I feel like
man, it was a total.
I love every
change.
scene that involves some sort of like terrorist attack or something.
Yeah, I always got a weird feeling when I saw that.
So
I was
like my favorite part of the movie, my favorite scene, not part or aspect, but my favorite scene is that scene where they're near that mall or whatever, and then like there's that terrorist. Like I really like that scene.
And the fucking like cops gun down the terrorists in the middle of fucking everyone.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about like
that.
when the little kid and the adult are in the middle of the road and that's shot down?
No, that's something else. That's at the beginning. The mall is like a bit farther in.
No.
It's when like the guys and the girlfriends go to like that place at night, and the girls are like, "Let's get out of here," and the guys wait, and then boom, fucking terrorist attack. It's like the second bombing in the movie.
Whatever. I don't remember it. Don't remember it. Was that your favorite scene, Christian?
The terrorist attack? No. I mean, it added to what I like about the movie, how violent it got, because, like, considering how this was made in '88, it's probably one of those animes that help prove that animation can also get violence. You know?
Yeah, I think it
I don't know. I think Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind was pretty violent.
Oh, what?
It's more fantasy violence, but it's pretty violent. Have either of you seen that?
Nope.
No.
That's a very good movie.
I think it just like describes that anime was like a good outlet or something, other than film or whatever. Cause like what other movies came out during this time?
In
That
1988.
I mean,
yeah, that could have.
Here, I'll tell you I'll tell you every movie
like
I've seen from
like all movies in
1988.
general, Cody.
Yeah, from 1988.
1988. So I don't know. I can't speak. I can't attest to the foreign cinema world, but in America, 1988 was like an era of boring movies about middle class white people. The best picture for that year, best picture winning film of that year was Rain Man. And I think my favorite movie of that year, I'm trying to think. I believe it's hard to remember. Hold on. They Live. John Carpenter's They Live came. Oh, Die Hard. Die Hard is probably the most successful film that came out that year.
True.
So we are starting to get more serious action movies, more sort of bombastic, high budget sort of stuff.
Do you think?
Also, Grave of the Fireflies came out this year,
Ooh.
and so did My Neighbor Totoro.
Wait, did you?
So-
88?
Really?
Yep.
88.
Ah.
So three very good animes came out this year. The film, Beetlejuice came out. So for more, this is a good year apparently for more colorful cinema. Also, Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out that year. A lot of
Never seen it.
it's overrated. I don't like it at all. But good year for like very upbeat or
Different, very
bombastic
different.
films.
Yes.
Very, just
Akira's very
different.
upbeat.
My favorite-
specialized.
My favorite film from this year is They Live, which is a horror action comedy about how Republicans are aliens trying to destroy Earth. So,
Does it have like
Capture?
Roddy Piper?
yep,
Oh yeah, and
he's
like Keith-
so good. It's got Roddy Piper and Keith David. Both of them are A1, dude. I love that movie so much.
Only reason I know this because
John Carpenter is so underrated.
Only reason I know this because in one of the Saints Row games, there's a direct like mission parodying it. It's great, but whatever.
Yeah,
Oh.
of course you would freaking say that.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So Akira, it
Akira.
means a lot, but it means I don't have
Akira-
enough mental
I mean,
capacity to
also-
understand it.
Also, I mean, if I did a favorite aspect, y'all did favorite scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm also doing my favorite scene. It's either the beginning like motorcycle chase. That shit is pretty badass. How intense it is.
Yeah.
My favorite like segment, sort of like it's not really a scene, but I do like at the end when it does that sort of pencil testing thing. Like right before the end of the movie, it's like I don't know how to describe the visual that comes up, but I really Hold on, I'm gonna look up.
He's like he's having a vision.
I mean,
it's where he says like I am Tetsuo or
Yes.
whatever.
Oh, the very end.
it's
Yes,
supposed to represent like him like
that's my favorite.
changing the universe or something.
Right. Like I think that's
I
so
think
cool.
it was like Tetsuo was becoming a part of Akira.
Yeah.
Or part of all of us, man.
Like you guys talk about the lore and stuff, but I think that's like the coolest part because it's indicative of so much,
Yeah, imagine hearing that in English. It was so weird. I am Tetsuo. That was clear. It really messed that moment up for me, I guess. I am Tetsuo.
See? Dubs are evil.
Tetsuo.
I am Tetsuo.
I am
No,
Tetsuo.
he had a really thick American accent. Tetsuo. I am Tetsuo.
I mean, well,
I
mean-
Tetsuo.
what's your favorite like action part of everything, Jacob?
Favorite action?
Favorite
I
action
don't
scene?
know.
I don't know.
Like when he was turning into the freaking god thing.
Uh,
Holy crap!
I like.
Yeah.
I like
when
the
he
scene.
when Kaneda was running away from the bomb, or he was trying to, and then he just got swooped away. That was pretty
Action
good.
in animation doesn't impress me as much as it does in real life because I don't think animating an action scene is really that much harder than animating anything else. But
And if I'm making like a real good, fast-paced one, it requires some effort.
oh, obviously, yeah, but pacing is hard to do no matter how you're editing it. Like, I suppose, I don't know. It just
Yeah,
isn't
you just don't have to record these things like 3 times. You just draw it once and then you're good.
right.
Yeah.
Like my favorite my favorite directed action movie ever is Predator, and that's because there's such crazy shit that happens in that movie, and they put in so much goddamn effort into making it look as realistic as possible, getting the actors as coordinated as possible. It's so I said something that Chris Stuckman said about the original Halloween was that John Carpenter directed the shit out of that movie, and I think I think that's like the highest compliment I could give a director, and I would definitely give that to John McTiernan for Predator. He directed the shit out of that movie, and I just feel like it isn't as hard. Like, obviously, I'm gonna give them props if they make a good action scene in animation, but I just don't see how it's. Considering my ignorance of the art form, I don't see how it would be that much harder to animate a fucking action scene than a.
Like, now, do we respect Akira? I don't know.
And I mean, like, I feel like annoyed
As a film, or like the character Akira?
Do you respect Akira as the person?
We don't know anything about Akira, so I, mean, I guess he's
We
cool.
do know something.
I mean,
he was a god.
He's
He
pretty
was a little
badass,
boy.
I guess.
He seemed like a nice person. He seemed like a caring
Didn't
guy,
he-
but he was like
didn't-
10, so he didn't
I'm
know
pretty
what he was
sure-
doing.
Wasn't Akira the one who gave like the laser gun to?
No.
Canada.
No, Canada just fucking robbed that shit.
No, he gave them the opportunity to steal it.
Did he?
I
pretty
thought
sure-
it
I'm pretty
was.
sure he
It
just took
doesn't
from
matter.
I don't think Akira does anything in this movie, or like in
Nah,
the
not really.
present time.
He just did give like a satisfaction at the end, I guess.
But like, it was really disappointing. Like, no, okay. What I really felt was like when
Akira is something we
when-
only hear about in the abstract.
Yeah.
when Tetsuo was opened the vault, he brought it up and he smashed it open, and he walked up to these vials, and I was like, oh, fuck. Man, this really sucks.
Damn, plot points.
I felt for like Tetsuo, like, man, Akira doesn't actually exist anymore.
I was just.
I was
body
like,
parts.
man, that's a plot twist, right
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh! I just realized what you're talking about. Yeah, that's like, that's a powerful moment.
Yeah, it was like, that actually happened? Like, you're not expecting that at all.
And it's all bullshit too. So it's like,
Wait, if that's
Yeah.
bullshit, then what? Did he really destroy Akira?
Yeah, they killed him.
But like, isn't Akira a god? How did they?
yeah, they didn't kill him. He literally has reached another level of intelligence.
Existence.
Wait,
They killed his body, but his mind still exists in the ether. Like, I thought that was pretty apparent. Although I guess I have
Yeah.
seen it the most recently of any of us.
Yeah.
16 days ago.
You saw it 16 days ago?
Yes.
Yeah, it should be fresh in your mind.
I've watched it a lot since then. I watch a lot of movies. I've watched at least one movie every day this month so far, and oftentimes more than that. So
That's
I process a lot.
not for me.
Same.
It's not what you care about.
No.
I mean, how many movies are you watching last month, Cody? Huh?
0.
Well, for me, there's Akira, there's Ghost in the Shell, there's Kiki's Delivery Service, there's Howl's Moving Castle.
I want to watch
That's
some
it.
of those movies, say Kiki's Delivery Service.
I
or
liked it. It
whatever.
was a good movie. Not as good as Akira.
I
I
wanna-
liked it. It's pretty good.
Oh, are we going to talk about Akira's music?
That shit stink.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm probably going to replace like any music with that.
I've watched 28 movies this month so far.
That's
Cultured man.
cultured. Yeah, but it's usually
Not
American
including a
films.
comedy special.
Did
I didn't think the music was anything special. I think the music in Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind is like way better.
it just strikes you as unordinary and like it.
Are you judging my fucking music taste, Cody?
Wait, what?
What did you say? Oh, hold on. What were you saying?
I was saying the music in this movie was unordinary, or in
Oh. I thought you were saying, like, I didn't get it. Like, I thought you were addressing me directly.
or maybe I don't
You were
know.
s-
Maybe you didn't get it.
Ooh.
No, I got it.
The
got the
intense symbolism in the
music?
song. Music. Let's analyze the music.
Yo, the music in Akira is like the original This Is America.
Yes, make it a meme, guys.
Like, the music in Akira was pretty much Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme song.
What?
Like, that's how much it meant to me. It was just in something in the background, but it was cool.
I mean, same.
Oftentimes, it was distracting.
I mean, the music was pretty memorable for me. It was so memorable. The second the movie ended, I looked up the freaking soundtrack. I freaking just listened to that shit. I'm like,
Yeah, I feel a lot. If a film soundtrack, like, there's been a few of those where I felt very compelled to listen to the soundtrack of a film outside of it. Like, that happened to me with Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, and also, like, The Social Network. But with here, it really just, I don't know, it didn't. I don't think it was bassy enough.
I thought it was pretty.
Like,
I thought it was just unique, you know, a weird blend of like old traditional music and like 80s synth.
Yeah, see,
And
I don't really like 80s synth that much.
No,
I think
like,
so.
the breathing song was
Battle
like...
for Clown.
I really relate that... Dude, that clown?
The
clown,
big dark
bike
black
clown?
clown
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He was the coolest guy, besides the Colonel.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty cool, wasn't he?
Even though he, like, died instantly?
No, he didn't die. He still lived.
No, he escaped.
Yeah, he fucking skipped.
Well, they pretty much all died
I mean,
in that bomb.
I mean, like the clown gang.
What? What is these noises?
Hey, what are you listening to, you?
That's music from the Nausicaa soundtrack.
La la la.
We don't want copyright strikes. No.
La 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 la
I'm
la
gonna,
la la la.
I'm gonna assume much violence happens to this.
Okay, guys, we really need we need to wrap this up.
Well, like, should we talk about an aspect we didn't like, or something we didn't like? Giving us out.
I didn't think that the pacing was great. I thought I was kind of bored for parts of it.
I mean, same though. Like for the first half,
The ending was so boring to me.
Oh, I disagree with that. I think
No,
the
no,
ending's
like,
the best
I mean-
part. I think the ending makes it worth it.
well,
The
what do you mean by ending?
was the hardest for me to get through. I'm talking about after they fight and the big monster, and then like I didn't.
That's what I'm talking about too.
After the big monster fight, it was just really hard for me to get through that. I was like, there should be some more content.
Yeah, I also agree with that. For me, the first half of the movie, I was like, all right, this is cool. I can get with this. This is all right, I guess. But then the second half of the movie, I just like did not blink ever. I was like,
Yeah. Oh my god! I didn't
whoa.
blink like once. I didn't blink once for the main part of it,
that is.
and for
Where's
the main part, the
where's
middle,
the main? Wait, oh,
the middle.
is the middle always the main part? Maybe.
Yeah, it's usually the climax.
Oh yeah,
Christian.
but it's usually also the weakest part of the story. The middle.
I don't think that's true.
Well,
Well,
I did
I
say
think that
I was analyzing.
Two Towers
this
is the
film.
best Lord of the Rings movie.
If
Okay,
only I got that.
I'm not lying. I think Two Towers is the best Lord of the Rings movie.
I thought you said you didn't like Lord of the Rings.
I don't like Lord of the Rings, but I think it's the best one of those three mediocre films.
Wow.
Controversy.
I mean, I don't think they're bad movies either. I think they're just like, I hate franchise cinema, and those movies are like they're good for what they are, but it's like I hate Peter Jackson's style. I hate how corny it is. It's just not what I want from a movie.
Oh man,
you know?
I hate the Peter Jackson films. Are we talking about
I
the same
don't-
thing?
And
Yeah, we're talking about Lord of the Rings, right?
Is he an author?
Peter Jackson?
Yeah.
No, Peter Jackson is a director. He directed the Lord of the Rings films, as well as the Hobbit films and the 2005 King Kong film.
Oh, I like that film, so never mind.
Cody, flip flop boy.
Yeah, I'm
when
a
you say,
flip-flopper.
when you think of freaking
Okay.
like what are those books? Peter Jackson.
Yeah, I was thinking of Peter
Percy
Jackson.
Jackson?
Oh, it was Percy Jackson.
Oh yeah, Percy. Yeah, I was looking at that too.
When I was like in 5th grade, I was like, man, I I miss Harry Potter, but I don't have the energy to read all of these books in a year again.
I never read any of the Harry Potter books.
They're the most important piece of media in my entire life.
I've only seen the movies.
The movies all suck after the third one.
The Dark Blood Prince, both of them.
Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince.
Blood Prince.
I'm kind of tired, guys.
Sure.
The Half-Blood Prince is the most garbage film.
I think that Goblet of Fire is way worse.
What?
Goblet of Fire has the biggest plot hole in the entire movie canon.
Okay, well, I was basing
it has the worst
entertainment
performances.
factor.
Well, as someone who considers Harry Potter to be the most important story of their life, personally, I think it's a big annoyance.
So what's the plot hole?
So in Chamber of Secrets, in the movies, because this isn't a problem in the books at all, but in Chamber of Secrets and Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2, it is shown that when the characters drink Polyjuice Potion, their appearance changes, but their voices do not. However, a major plot point in Goblet of Fire is that the Voldemort sympathizer / Death Eater, Barty Crouch Jr., has been drinking Polyjuice Potion throughout the entire course of the entire year, but his voice sounds exactly like the person who he is imitating. So that's just like a huge inconsistency in the movies. It makes no sense. They bastardized the character of Dumbledore, and Harry and Ron both have too long hair. So it's like
too long of hair.
Yes, their hair is too long. Harry's is accurately shaggy, but Ron looks like a fucking faggot, you know?
Man, I thought Ron was quite a sexy man, but whatever.
Yeah, he's sexier in the later movies, but in that one, he's like, eh.
Hermione? Mm-mm. How did her hair go from brown to blonde?
She didn't. She did not.
That didn't happen?
Nope.
Her hair's still brown?
Yep. Well, I mean, oh, you mean now? You mean Emma Watson in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, she like changed her hair immediately after the series ended. She wasn't allowed to.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I don't...
Oh, well, no, she had short hair during the making of... I remember in Order of the Phoenix, she had it like, you know, like a tomboy cut, you know?
Fake news?
I don't think there
Okay,
were...
now we're talking about Harry Potter.
That is true.
Well, you know,
Christian doesn't know anything about Harry Potter.
I only read the first 4 books, guys.
He read the first 3 books.
Oh, really?
4.
But you didn't notice?
He read the best one. He read the best book.
Which one's the best book?
Goblet of Fire, which is why I hate the movie so much.
Oh. I enjoy the... That's my favorite movie.
What?
That's my... I already said it. That's my favorite movie.
Bye.
Oh, that nigga gone.
It just happens to be my favorite movie.
Prisoner of Azkaban is like... Okay.
Prisoner of Azkaban is equal.
No.
Prisoner
of Azkaban. I am saying this as someone who is not... I'm saying this as a fan of film, as someone who respects the art form.
You don't think I respect it? I respect it.
No. I'm saying I'm not saying this from the standpoint of a biased Harry Potter fan. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, directed by Alfonso Cuarón, is a perfect film in every single way. And I could show you... I want to write an essay about it because it's such a well-made, perfect... It's the only movie in that entire series that is as well-made as it is. And it's like... Ugh, it's so perfect, you know?
Well, why haven't I heard this director before?
Alfonso Cuarón directed Gravity.
Ooh.
And Children of Men, which is a much better film. Gravity's boring, but...
I agree.
So I heard.
Gravity
but you guys need to watch Children of Men, which is like my 17th favorite film of all time.
I want to.
You guys...
Children of Men is an absolutely insane movie. It's almost as good as Harry Potter. I think that Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is Alfonso Cuarón's best movie.
So why didn't he continue to direct them?
Because it was exhausting, and he had other projects he wanted to work on, like Children of Men.
What a sad day. Now let's wrap this up already.
Yeah.
How should we wrap this up?
I don't know. Final thoughts on Akira?
Akira is a pretty good.
I give it like an 8 out of 10. I think it's very good, but it's like I'd wait a while before I rewatched it.
I might rewatch it tomorrow.
You should have rewatched it in preparation for this. You're the only one that has immediate access to it.
True enough.
I mean, if
I
you
have
try...
many. There's like 3 copies in this Blu-ray thing.
One for each of them.
Because I went to Africa.
Well, I mean, one has the director's opinions. I'm gonna watch that, and I'm gonna tell you guys about it. Because that's what I really want to know about the director's interview or whatever.
Hurrah!
Well, my final thoughts. My final thoughts. Okay, so Jacob, you know that freaking flip chart thing you got, right?
Uh-huh.
I decided to make one for myself because I was interested in where my personal taste lay. And after doing some intensive thinking and wondering about all these movies, I decided Akira is currently my number 1.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess number 2 is, I think, The Iron Giants. Number 3, I
really?
think. Yeah, I think number 3 is Baby Driver.
Ugh. Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Have you not seen any other Edgar Wright movie?
I've seen Hot Fuzz when I was 7 years old.
But like
Hot Fuzz is overrated.
the thing
Hot Fuzz is the least well made of the. Well, not well made. Hot Fuzz is the least funny of the Cornetto trilogy, and Scott Pilgrim is funnier than all of them. You should watch Scott Pilgrim.
I don't know. That seems overrated.
Oh no! Scott Pilgrim is so goddamn good.
But like,
Scott Pilgrim is the funniest movie ever, I think. It's
I
not
know-
my favorite Edgar Wright. I think Shaun of the Dead is better, but Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is the funniest movie I've ever seen.
I need to watch some of these movies.
I want...
Well,
you
summer
need to
the
watch
summer's coming up quickly, and I'll watch some.
Do whatever you need to watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the
What
World.
was that?
It's
what was
so
that,
good.
What was that claymation movie that I said I was gonna watch?
Rudolph.
No, it was from our last podcast.
Shaun the Sheep. No, chicken
No,
Run.
it was from the Q&A. It was from the Q&A.
Isle of Dogs.
Oh. Isle of Dogs was okay. Isle of Dogs is not...
Oh yeah,
Fantastic-
yeah. It was
Fantastic Mr. Fox is amazing.
that was that thing. Whatever it was, whatever he just said.
Definitely watch Fantastic Mr. Fox. And if you like Fantastic Mr. Fox, then check out Isle of Dogs. But I think Isle of Dogs is pretty boring.
Really, you watched it?
Oh yeah, that's made by one of the best directors working today, Mr. Wes Anderson.
Man, you say you have so many best actors.
I said director.
Oh, I mean directors. I'm kind of tired.
I've said 2 this whole time.
Okay, what was that?
There's a Coron, who is
You said one.
director of Harry.
You said one in the beginning. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, I talked about Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah, Akira
who is
Kurosawa.
the greatest director of all time, but he's not the greatest working today because he's dead.
Oh,
What a nerd.
I know.
What a dead
Yeah.
boy.
We didn't just
Why does
restart
he
the
have to
save
be
file.
dead? What?
Yeah, guys, I think we should re-record this whole thing.
There's a lot of shit I need to cut out. I'll tell you that much.
But we
All right.
recorded for almost 2 hours. So
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I need to go to bed.
Oof.
the same here.
Well, I don't know.
So let's wrap this up, guys.
Why did he leave?
Wait.
And now he's offline.
I don't know.
I
Ending.
hope. Okay, he's going back.
Christian.
Christian,
What just
What?
happened?
What?
you gave me a heart attack.
Same here.
Oh, I left. I thought
And you went offline, and then you came back online.
my screen went
Enjoy.
dark.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Let's just wrap this up.
Yeah.
Let's just wrap this up.
I'll get-
You're
All right, you guys do your plugs, and I'll give mine.
All right, plugs. You got any plugs?
Buy my book.
You have a book?
Yeah, I have a book.
On eBay?
Is it on Wattpad?
I'm still making it.
Can you buy like parts of your book?
What's it called?
It has something to do with purple.
Purple
And
Rain?
it's
Color
name.
Purple.
The color purple. That's a good name for it. I'll call it the color purple.
That's the name of a movie. It's the name of a movie. You're too late.
Frick.
But Winfrey stole your ass.
It's the name of a Steven Spielberg movie on top of that. So
Frick.
It's about black people, so you went worse.
Oh! I know that movie. Isn't it like about slaves?
yeah, it's got Oprah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. My parents my mom was like crying the whole time. Apparently.
It was based off a book. Really sad. Saddy boys. Well,
I don't know.
Good book, Cody. I bet it'll be good. I guess my
be.
plugs. I don't know. I check my Twitter. I say shit on there sometimes.
Yeah, your Twitter is quite funny.
It was quite funny. I think my
And Christian told me that you check who I followed on Twitter.
I did.
Let me.
I won't say it, but
I mean, Cody, do you want to say it?
less.
Do you want to say Cody?
I don't know their
You're
names.
underage.
They're
Cody,
not underage.
I said you're underage, so you might not wanna.
I mean, it's probably like XXX, Big Titty Girls, 69.
I
Big Titty Anime
swear
Goth
it's
GFs.
not.
I
But
don't
they
know.
post
Alright.
a lot.
All right, should I get my plugs?
Also follow my
Yeah.
Insta, and I guess the Bino Boys website up. I guess that's cool.
You have a
We have a
website?
website?
WordPress. I made it because why
Okay.
not? So you're good.
Why
Go do that shit.
didn't you use like
What do you
Wix?
put on there?
What I put on there? I put it on these podcasts. I might use like some comedy writing on there because I have an itch for that. I have an idea. I'll do that later. Whatever.
Should I put my book on there?
You should, Cody.
Should I set my book on there?
We'll sell it for like $50 a copy.
That's
It'll
a
win
bit too
money.
much. It's a
Cody,
paperback
no, Cody,
only.
Cody, that is under. Cody, that for what you're writing, that is too little. But whatever. Anyways, Jacob.
$50 is too low. Okay, Christian.
Jacob,
All right.
You know how
Well,
bad my grammar is.
very bad, Cody.
I'll keep my plugs shorter than normal.
Do what you want.
All I really want to plug is I have my own podcast called the Vicar and Apron podcast, where me and my brother we dedicate a season to a director, and then we go film by film. Each episode is a film in that director's filmography, and we discuss that film. And at the end, we sort of average out our ratings for each film and sort of form a cohesive sort of thoughts on that director. We just finished doing Stanley Kubrick, and by the time this comes out, we will be in between seasons and putting up some bonus episodes. So
Wow.
we will be starting to talk about Monsieur Christopher Nolan fairly soon.
Ooh.
So tune in for that. It should be coming up maybe like the second or third week of June. Second or third Sunday. Not sure. But yeah. Also, follow me on Twitter. I'm at TiedtoyourApron. So follow me on there. And most importantly, follow me on Letterboxd. My username is still TiedtoyourApron on there, I think. That is what I spend most of my time doing. Is every time I watch a movie, I write a Letterboxd diary entry. It's what I'm enjoying the most in life right now. I wish more people followed me because I like to have that ego boost. So
I mean, I've read some.
follow me on there. Yeah, you read the one I sent you about Akira.
No, I checked out your profile.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, fuck you.
I mean, okay. Well, one last thing. I think for people at home that actually listen to this somehow, Cody, what are we doing next week, huh?
What? We're gonna eventually get to doing a podcast about Joey.
Joey's World Tour with our
Joey's
buddy,
World Tour.
with supposedly our buddy Andrew. He's supposed to be on here.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
he's a resident expert on everything Joey.
Yep.
So that should be very entertaining.
And very
And
disgusting.
then I think we will discuss food reviews that I have done.
What?
I've reviewed many foods.
Really now?
Yeah, man.
For you little-
Oh, especially chocolate, but we got the big ones down pat.
And one last plug for me. If you thought that I was pretentious and egotistical in this episode, watch the first episode that I was a guest on for this podcast, where I show a bit more humility.
Yeah, same for me. I'm just. I think I'm a bit tired today.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm fully energized.
yeah, same here.
I'm gonna have a hard time getting to sleep. I might have to drink some NyQuil.
We were stealing Cody's energy.
Yeah, I think you guys have been draining it, but I also did do a lot of stuff today. But it doesn't matter.
Big
Doesn't
boy.
matter.
I drank a Mountain Dew right before I did this, so.
I've been drinking water.
I was eating some Takis.
Oh, I need to drink some water. My piss is gonna be yellow as fuck.
What the fuck am I pissing on?
Damn.
I guess real quick I'll do a hot take about Akira. Akira. Smakira. Yeah.
Okay.
Oof. Wait a minute. Was the joke that Akira was extremely warm?
I said Akira, more like Smakira.
Oh.
I don't see.
I didn't hear. I just heard for some reason.
I think you're having illusions, Christian.
No, it's the fucking connection quality.
No, you're talking perfectly fine on my side.
Oh no, I'm Tetsu now. Damn.
Anyway, are we done?
Yeah, I think.
I thought we were gonna do a hot take.
I just did my hot take.
What was it?
It was Akira, more like Smakira.
I mean, Cody, if you want to do like a hot kick like that, go for it.
Hot take.
I would have bought Sam in here, but he's already asleep. So
Goofy.
Okay, hot take. You have a bag of French fries. Who would you give your French fries to in the cast of Akira?
I would
In
give-
order.
In order.
Probably
Yeah,
Tetsuo.
one to three.
No, I would give all my French fries to people that fucking die.
we don't have time for this.
I give mine to people that die because they need French fries. Okay.
Okay, good enough.
Bye.
Bye bye.
See ya, guys. Don't die.
Boom, ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.